In today's video, we're going to take a look at my online course creation software that I use to create my online courses. Coming up. Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my online course creation software. I get this question a lot of times. People are always asking me what course creation software I use. So that's what we're going to be covering today. So there are several ways to record your courses out there. Now there's two types of videos that you can make when you create your online courses. So first of all, it's the presentation, which is pretty much what I am doing right now. I'm just presenting onto camera. And if you're just going to be creating courses where you're just speaking on camera, this is very easy. You can just choose QuickTime just to record yourself. But if you're recording your screen, then you want to use something like ScreenFlow, which I mainly use, or you can use Camtasia Studio if you're on a Mac or PC as well. But ScreenFlow is only for the Mac. So let's take a look at how I use it. So when you first open it up, this is what it looks like. So you can decide to record in HD or in 4K, but I highly recommend HD because 4K, I mean, the files are just way too big and it's not really necessary. My frame rate here, I just leave it at 25. It doesn't really matter. Now, there's two ways to do this. You can actually create a brand new recording here, or you can just open a page or a new document, and this is where you can just drag and drop all your videos onto it and start editing. So in this very first example, I'm just going to show you how to record your screen right away. So over here, it says new recording. So you want to click over here. All right. So this very first view here is FaceTime HD camera. So of course we don't really want this because it's poor quality. So I would use an external camera. Now in my case, if I click here on this drop down, I have Camlink 4K, and now you can see that things are slightly different. This is much more high quality. So you don't want to use this default camera here. Now, if you also have, let's say, a good microphone, this is where you want to add it from here. And please do not use your internal microphone because the sound is really bad. In fact, I will go through another tutorial where I show you how you can actually do this. Okay, so now that I've selected my audio, in fact, my audio here is my Rodecaster. Now you can see my audio meters are now showing. Now, this is very important because if you don't see these meters, that means nothing is really working. So you want to make sure that you can see these meters here bouncing up and down as you speak. Great. So pretty much this is what you need to set up. Your camera is ready. Your microphone is ready. So the format here as well is 1920 by 1080, which is great. Now we are ready to record. So I'm going to click here on record. So this now is going to start recording my screen. So this is where if you're doing a presentation, you want to come over here, look for the file or look for the presentation that you need. So in this case, it's my website. So I'm here now. Let's say I'm showing people how to add a page. I'm just going to come over here, click on add new. And then I'm also going to, let's say, for example, add a title here. So the title is my webcam. Click on publish. Publish again. So as you can see here, I've just done a quick demo. I'm not going to go ahead and design this page. To be honest, it's just way too much effort. So now that I've recorded this, the next step now is to stop my recording. So to stop my recording, I'm just going to come all the way to the top here, click on this little icon, and then click on stop record. Okay, so here's the thing now. So now that I've stopped recording, you can see here I have a combined audio and a video. So what I normally do here is I right click and I detach the audio. So if I need to make any additions to this or any customizations to this, I can always go in and do that separately. All right. So now I just need to resize this. So I can just pull this in because this is my main screen right there. Okay, now this software is really cool because you can go in and also do some edits on your audio. So if I come over here, I can click here on audio. And then let's say I need to smooth my levels. I can just come over here. While this is highlighted, I've smoothed all my levels, which means all the quiet parts of my audio now have been amplified but of course without clipping. So this makes a consistent recording. So in this case, click on that, it's my website here now. So I'm here now. Let's say I'm showing people how. There we go. So pretty much it's done. Now, when it comes to editing, it's very straightforward. You can just put your marker here where you want to edit. So normally what I do is I just click over here and then that just does the cut, and then I just delete the part that I don't need. There are also some shortcuts that you can use. So let's zoom in here so that I can see where I need to cut off. So let's say I need to get rid of this part here. You can use shortcuts like I for in, and then just move closer here. Hit O for out, and then hold down the command and backspace. So that will just do a quick edit. And if you want to really edit fast, this is how you would do it. So as you can see here, I'm just placing my pointer here, my marker, to where I need to edit, and then that's where I just do it quickly. Now, there's also something else that I discovered here, and this is really awesome. What you can do as well is, let's say you have your marker here where you want to add your in point. If you hold down the shift key and drag, you notice that it is highlighting the part that you're going to delete. So you can just go in and delete that. And let's say I need to delete this part as well. Hold down the shift key and just drag. And then you can just delete that way. Okay, so pretty much this is how you record to camera. So this is how you would edit it. And then once you're finished with this, you can just come over here to the top, File, and then you want to export. And exporting here, I just do it automatic, but make sure you give it a name here on the top, and then you can just do automatic, and pretty much that is good. This is, pretty much optimized for all our courses. All right, so let me do another example here. So I'm just going to delete this and click on Don't Save. Okay, so back over here to ScreenFlow. So what I'm going to do this time is I need to click on Configure Recording. And this time I need to record my desktop. So the example that I did was just pretty much me on camera. And even though I went through the process of trying to show how I was making some changes to my website here, you didn't see that come through because I did not select record desktop. So this is also very important. If you need to record your desktop, you want to make sure that you check that. Okay, so now that that is selected, I'm now recording both my iMac and also my normal camera. Or you can just disable it altogether and pretty much this will record my iMac. But you know what? I'm going to enable it and I'm going to show you a quick tip which I like doing when I'm recording my videos. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start recording. So it's giving us a countdown. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. I'm just going to do a few clicks so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to come over here to cart flows, and then I'm going to click on how to create a course and update. All right, so that's all I'm going to do for this video. Now I'm going to stop this. So I'm going to come over here to the top and then just click on stop record. You can also do the shortcut Shift Command 2, but I just like going to the top there and just doing it that way. All right. So what you'll notice now is we have a screen recording. We also have me on camera, and then you also have the audio. Right. So I'm going to detach the audio like what I did the first time. So the audio is on its own. And the cool thing about this is you can drag things where you want them. All right. So here's the thing. When you record your screen and also your camera, the really nice thing here is you can go in and resize this and have this at the bottom of the page. And this is how you see me do my videos, what I am doing. So I'm going to come over here. Okay. Or let's say it's time for me to speak on the screen. What I could do is I could do my intro up to here. And then I'm just going to cut that like that. Right. So this very first part, I want this to be full screen. Of course, I'm not speaking to camera here. I'm looking away, but this is just a quick example. So there we go. So this is the part where do a few clicks. So this is my intro, what I'm doing. And then as soon as I get here, you notice that now I'm doing the demo and I'm over there in the corner. Now, let's say you don't want to have your video there in the corner, or you want to have it at a specific time. You can just go in and pretty much delete that, and then have myself appear here at the bottom of the screen. at that point around the 25-second mark. Now over here, I want to show you something really, really cool about this software. So let's say I want to zoom in and zoom out to really show people where I am editing. So what you would want to do is you come over here to your video, you click on action, right? So you notice that there's something that has been added here. In fact, let me zoom in so you can see. So you notice that we've added something here. Okay, this is your action. So with that action there, what I can actually do is to increase my canvas here like that. Now let's play this part, just this part here. So I'm going to come over here to notice that it zoomed in. So let's say I need to zoom out. I can click here on action, drag this back. Okay, let's try this one more time. In fact, I can just drag this over here so it's closer. So I'm going to come over here to cart flows. There we go. So you can see here I've zoomed in and I've zoomed out. That is pretty cool. In fact, you know what? This audio here is annoying. I'm sure you don't want to be listening to that as I'm doing this. So let's do it one more time. So let's say you want to show exactly where people are clicking. You want to click here. There it shows. And then it zooms out. And you can also pan, by the way. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. But of course, you want to see where your mouse is. So for example, here, my mouse is where it says how to create a course. So let's zoom into that part. So I'm going to click here on action. Go right in there, really close. Okay. I can also increase the duration of this by just extending it like that. So now you can see, boom. And then I can then zoom out by adding an action. And this time, let's say, I'm going to come over here to where it says update. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Click update. And then I want to zoom back in. So I'm going to come over here, add an action. Then we're just going to bring this back to normal. There we go. Right. So let's play this one more time and see what it looks like. All right. So I'm just going to do where I've done the actions here. I'm not going to do everything. So there we go. I'm going to hit play. In fact, let's do it again. Okay, so pretty much that's my animation. I've zoomed in, zoomed out, panned, and so on. So another really cool thing you can do here is to add your mouse clicks. So to do that, I'm going to come all the way to the top here and click on this icon. And you can see here it shows my mouse pointer. I don't really increase it, to be honest. All I need to do is to add my click effect. So set this to radar, and the color here, you can change that as well if you need to. And let's see what happens. So I'm not sure if you saw that. So when you click, if you keep looking at the button there we go. So you see that radar effect. You can also decrease the duration here to, let's say, 0.5. And that looks much better. And also here you can play around with the size. So if it's too big, you can just go in and adjust the size. And now it's smaller and it's faster. So pretty much these are the main features that we have in ScreenFlow. And this is why I really like using this software to create my courses and also to do my presentations on screen. It just makes it easier for me. I know I could use more complicated software, which are great with features like, let's say, Premiere Pro. But you know what, it's way overkill and it's got too many features that I won't use. But this for online course creation is pretty much what I like. So if you're on a PC, there's also Camtasia Studio. You can use that. It's pretty much similar to what ScreenFlow does. You can zoom in, zoom out, pan. It also records the screen and so on. Pretty much it works the same, but it's also really good. So that's what I would highly recommend. I'll add all the links to that in the video description below. But pretty much this is the software that I would use to record all my online courses. All right, guys, let me know what you think. What do you guys use? Or if you have any questions, please add that in the video description below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.